like there is one more concept by the name of this perpetual versus periodic accounting. Have anyone heard about this? What is perpetual accounting or periodic accounting? Anyone, like even if like once in their lifetime in any other curriculum of like their graduation,
Yes, sir.
like what is perpetual or periodic, if you can elaborate?
So if I remember correctly, perpetual is something which can be done in
Mm-hmm.
uh, so so periodic is like we do after a certain period of time, but perpetual is done once. Um,
No, like you are right with respect to periodic. So like just to correct you, periodic क्या रहेगा? In periodic we might be doing our accounting of like this inventory. This is your inventory accounting method which I am talking, nothing else. Okay, so you might be taking your account of all the inventory you're having, like on a quarterly basis, like on a monthly basis. Even you might be taking it on a weekly basis, semi-annual basis, whichever the period you might think is suitable for your business, even annual basis. Whatever your like business requirement is, you might be taking into account your inventory on a periodic basis. ठीक है, कई बार like all the 4 quarters in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, all of the quarters you might be taking into an account, or या फिर all the 12 months you must be taking month on month basis, that way. Now perpetual में क्या होता है guys, like in perpetual what happens, it is done almost on a daily basis, or what I would say the word is recurring basis, or you can say on an instant basis. Product purchase किया, instantly you must be taking into account कि how is my now current position of the inventory which I have purchased, and now if even if I have sold, now what's my current position of all the stocks. Here you might be checking it post the completion of that period, like quarterly. If the quarter has ended, I will be checking. If the month has ended, then only I will be checking. But in perpetual, it is almost instant basis, on a recurring basis that you are doing. So it's more, its frequency is, I would say, more compared to this frequency, first of all. And like the what I would, the chances of frauds again are like very less in terms of perpetual, because it's done on a like rigorously consistent basis. Okay, now the question that I want to ask is that there are three bases. Now I'm just talking about US cap. Okay, IFRS me these, there are no such things. First of all, so in US cap, according to LIFO, according to FIFO, and there is third concept which they, instead of weighted average, they have written, it's a part of US cap only, that there is specific identification method. So what happens, guys? They mean to say, if you are measuring your inventory on the basis of perpetual basis, or even if you in the basis of periodic basis, so then how would be you taking into account the LIFO basis, FIFO basis, or specific identification method? First thing. And the second question they are asking, will there be any difference of inventory value when you're taking into account perpetual vis-a-vis periodic? So it is a very like important topic according to me. There is one end of chapter question also on this. कि perpetual or periodic basis of accounting में how would be the difference of inventory figures towards the very end. So let's start with this, the easiest, specific identity method. Specific identification method means कि आपने कोई, like let's say you have purchased a Porsche car. So Porsche cars that you have purchased, it must be of, let's say, 2018 model or 2024 model, like as per the year which you have purchased. So these luxurious cars or these sports cars usually have their like the spare parts made of that specific year only, or a like little bit upgrade they do on a year on year basis, which might be eligible to be used in that specific year model only. So it can't be the case like कि आप 2008 के मॉडल का कोई spare part you are using in 2018 like a Porsche or a Ferrari car. So this is how the things are done. So it's basically a niche product in which the specific identification method is used. So what happens? जो प्रोडक्ट आप परचेज कर रहे हो और जो सेल कर रहे हो, दीज परचेज एंड सेल आर ऑलमोस्ट एवरी टाइम इंटरलिंक्ड. So the purchase product is almost always interlinked with what we have selling in towards to a ultimate consumer. तो दोनों की सिंस वी आर एबल टू स्पेसिफिकली आइडेंटिफाई, अगर ये 2018 का लिया है, तो जब हम वी वुड बी सेलिंग, सो वी वुड बी टेकिंग द प्राइस ऑफ 2018 ओनली, नाइदर एनी प्राइस लाइक ऑन अ फीफो बेसिस बिफोर दैट, लेट्स से 2015 भी नहीं लेंगे, और इवन लाइक एज ऑफ टुडे 2024 भी नहीं लेंगे इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लीफो मेथड. So this is how the specific identification methods works. Now, the bigger question is that in specific identification method, आपके perpetual basis versus periodic basis of accounting करने से, will there be any difference of inventory values or not? Can anyone tell me? मतलब like आप recurring basis पे वैल्यू कर रहे हो या फिर मंथली बेसिस पे वैल्यू कर रहे हो, उससे आपकी इन्वेंट्री की वैल्यू पे कोई फर्क पड़ेगा क्या? When you are following specific identification method, the word is specific. Think Porsche, think any luxury car with answering this question. See, the answer is no. Reason being, frequency of like taking into account कि कितने कितने टाइम में you are taking your valuation of inventory, or some people even say it as inventory register, आपने कैसे maintain करा. This is also a term used for this thing only. It doesn't have any other impact. आज मेजर करो या फिर आज से 10 महीने बाद मेजर करो, जो चीज स्पेसिफिक है वो स्पेसिफिक रहेगी. टोल्ड यू ओवर हियर ना, 2018 के अंदर मॉडल के अंदर 2018 का ही स्पेयर पार्ट लगेगा. उसके अलावा उससे पुराना भी नहीं लग सकता, ना ही उससे नया लग सकता. And also the price is almost fixed on a like the chart basis which these company usually prepare. So perpetual basis or periodic basis, but there won't be any significant impact. So it's almost that we need to think that it doesn't have any specific like effect in terms of inventory register. Okay. Now, just give me a second. Before I jump upon to LIFO, I want to ask the same question for FIFO. कि FIFO में अगर मैं perpetual वैल्यू कर रहा हूँ वर्सेस periodically I am taking into account that valuation, क्या मेरे एंड ऑफ द ईयर इन्वेंट्री पे कोई फर्क पड़ेगा या फिर एंड ऑफ द पीरियड इन्वेंट्री पे कोई फर्क पड़ेगा? व्हाट्स द आंसर? इसके लिए लाइक इन ऑर्डर टू गिव यू आइडिया, थिंक आपने ईयर वन में इतनी परचेज कर ली है कि वो ईयर टू में भी लाइक यू आर एबल टू सेल, आपकी सेल इतनी नहीं हुई है इन शॉर्ट. लाइक लेट्स से यू हैव परचेज समवेयर ऑफ 10,000 क्वांटिटीज एट लेट्स से 15 रुपीज पर यूनिट, और ईयर टू में इवन इफ दिस 10,000 क्वांटिटी में से लेट्स से दो 2,000 ओनली इज सेल, ईयर थ्री में 3,000 इज सेल, और इवन यू कैन टेक इट सच पीरियड वन पीरियड टू पीरियड थ्री विच एवर वे यू कैन थिंक. सो गोइंग बाय दैट लॉजिक, आपका परपेचुअल और पीरियोडिक बेसिस पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. रीजन बीइंग, आंसर इज नो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, रीजन बीइंग, whether you are in like taking into account a recurring basis versus you are taking into account on a like period end basis, जो आपका फर्स्ट आउट बेसिस है जिसकी प्राइस पहले की होगी, द इन्वेंट्री विच इज स्टिल इन योर वेयर हाउस, इट्स टू मच दैट आज की तारीख में भी पहली बात तो ये दैट यू आर एबल टू सेल आउट ऑफ दिस फर्स्ट लॉजिक. सेकेंड लॉजिक, इवन इफ दैट वेयर हाउस में आपके पास इतनी क्वांटिटी नहीं है, but the FIFO price, the FIFO always stands that we take the older price, the earlier price. So usually FIFO का change of period basis पे भी इतना फर्क नहीं आएगा. So on going by on both the sides, like perpetual और periodic basis पे FIFO के अंदर there is no such change observed. But if we go towards LIFO, LIFO में क्या होता है? Always we take the latest price. लेटेस्ट प्राइस. सो लेटेस्ट प्राइस क्या होता है गाइस? it changes with the trend or the demand and supply which is going in the market. So if we are following perpetual, like instant हो रहा है, तो even हर दिन की हर minute की even every second basis पे जो which we are taking the inventory valuation, it will be having a determination in terms of like what price we have to take into account in our inventory register. And versus if we are taking, let's say, after a lag means कि एक महीने बाद, आज नहीं लेके we are taking it after a month, even after a week, even after a quarter, then also the latest price will change. So latest price is always changing with the passage of time. So with that logic, the perpetual and periodic prices are not equal, and yes, there is a difference between like the LIFO prices between the perpetual method and the periodic method.